Boris Bold? I mean, Boris Bold? 8.6% Sacre Bleu. It's brewed in France by the people who brought you the a.c.d.c beer, which actually isn't that bad. Okay, so I can't read anything on this can, except that it's 8.6% and it says Boris Bold. Extra fork. And this bottled by Brassier, which I believe is the same guys who bottle a.c.d.c beer. Got a super can here, and I don't know if this is a lager or what. I'm just probably, I don't know, probably a lager. We'll find out. That's for sure. Looks like a lager. I could have poured that a little more aggressively. Probably should have with an 8.6 beer. We need to get this as smooth as possible, right? Well, judging by the aroma, you would never guess this was an 8.6% lager. Okay. This smells just like the a.c.d.c beer. Alright. Tastes a lot stronger though. Oh. Yikes. It would be a good beer if it wasn't 8.6%. That's rich. That's like something heavy, you know. Like that's just heavy beer. That's a heavy flavor. It's like that really rich sesame seed paste. Like it's heavy. Like it's kind of sickening. Not like it smells like a really good Euro lager. Like the hops and everything smell good. It's not like for 8.6. That's pretty good for an 8.6 lager that's not dark. So there's a color. It's just typical pale lager color. Euro lagerish, which I know is quite vague, but it's just like the a.c.d.c beer. If you had that, it's very similar, and a lot like some of your Gozer and your Lowenbrau kind of tasting stuff. Except this tastes really thick, like syrupy, and then there's like this wicked alcohol burn on the way out. I'm not really getting, you know, nothing hop wise to speak of. I'm sure they're in there, but the alcohol is just burning them right out. That probably would have helped mask it a little, maybe. It definitely is rich though. Like holy crap. Well, you can. This is a nursing beer. Like you don't want to drink it too slow because you know it's probably gonna get rank by the bottom. But that's going down faster than a real cheap high percentage lager would. It was the same price as all the other cheaper cans I picked up. It might even have been cheaper. Well, if you're interested in trying an insanely high percentage alcohol by volume pale Euro lager, you probably want to grab this one. If not, I would check out some of the darker high percentage Euro lagers, like your Maibach and your Festbach. They're darker and they're a bit heavy too, but they're kind of nice if you're not into the pale bomb here. chug that. But it is kind of smooth. The carbonation is aggressive, but it's smooth because it's like it comes off me syrupy, quite bitter, and quite a bit of alcohol. It kind of tastes like beer that was shot up with vodka, a little bit, or hard alcohol. It's kind of, that's where you get the richness. It's kind of like reminds me a bit of shooting hard stuff. So back when I used to shoot hard stuff, like beer we're talking here, alcohol we're talking here. Just like vodka. Mostly like kind of reminds me of shooting vodka a little bit, but it's not like shooting vodka, but it reminds me of that, right? Basically, yeah, it's like if you dump some vodka in your lager, which is kind of what you would expect from this beer. Not much to talk about. I could have poured it more aggressively, got more head, I'm sure, and it did lace a bit, and that's my fault. I think I would have got more if I would have. I tried to, but it just came out the can so smoothly. It didn't really fit there the way I wanted it to. So, yeah, I recommend checking these guys' beer out. I do recommend the a.c.d.c beer. A lot of people think like, oh no, it probably tastes like shit. Uh, it's actually pretty good. It's not the best beer I've ever had, but it's better than I thought it was gonna be. And these guys made it, I'm pretty sure. So, I do recommend picking this up if you're at all interested in this kind of thing. Um, they could have screwed this up pretty badly, and I'm drinking it, and it's not the worst beer I've had this week. And it's 8.6% pale lager, so you put that in your pipe and smoke it, right? I will review though the worst beer I've had all week. I'm promising this. It is Red Stripe from Jamaica, and sorry, it's just real shitty beer. And it's a double dip because it's like a 410 milliliter bottle. Or sorry, 310 or something. So it's like an extra small bottle, and it tastes worse than this 8.6 pale lager by a long shot, and it gives you a headache. And they've marketed the living piss out of it, and I see people at parties walking around with it and like, oh, I'll drink Red Stripe. Mm, you know. Now that I've tried it, I finally tried it. I don't think if those people bought that beer again, they're lost, man. But this, I give some props to the Brassier or whatever. I don't at all speak French. Brassier. Because this is okay. You know. So 9 minutes in, that's gonna go a little long. Like I don't know, I've gotten through it pretty good in 9 minutes. Could drink a little faster, but you don't want to. But there's people who are looking for this beer, I'm sure, and it's if you want an 8.6% lager, you probably want to get this. If you want to pay. I do like it better than Belgian beers. I was reviewing Belgian beers for a while, and after I reviewed the Chimay or the Chimay, I stopped buying them because speaking of malt liquor, I'd rather drink Red Stripe or Colt 45 than most of these Belgian beers. They're absolute shit, and I don't care what anybody says. Uh, to me, from my taste, I just don't get it. But I've tried and I've tried. Sometimes I have a good one like Le Fin du Monde or um, something like that. And only one of their beers is okay. The I guess I call it Le Fin du Monde, and there's another one too, and it's not very good. Um, I'm just shooting the shit until I finish this sort of thing. So I'm just trying to kill time. Shit talking Belgian beers. Leffe, Leafy or Leffe is okay. But even some of these ones, they look real good, and I've spent a lot of money on those little Belgian study bottles. La Chouffe or whatever. There's another one. That ain't no fucking good. With a dwarf on the bottle, with this who's walking with a little stick, all up there. Don't buy that shit. It is awful. Even a Duvel, that's just glorified malt liquor. It's okay, but honestly, it's not that good. It's not $4 a bottle good, definitely, and it's not. Speaking of high percent, like a Duvel and some of these Belgians, I'd actually rather drink this. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to get at, very roundabout way of bitching about them. And a lot of people love the Belgians, and hey, you like them. Hey, they've done some amazing things with their yeast, and they've customized it to have a supercharged hot rod beer. But some of it tastes like you dumped a bunch of liqueurs in a glass and then carbonated it. It's just disasters, like as if you mix Sambuca with Kahlua and some of the darker ones and stuff, and then you shot in some fountain pop with and then you started dumping in like cognac and shit. Like it tastes like that. I have reviews on them. Definitely check them out because they are expensive. If you want to review beers, review your Belgians before you buy them a lot because they're sick in the cashola. Much rather drink this. And I'm not even like a big lager guy. I prefer my British style dry ales. Okay, to be quite frank. And even a Scottish heavy kind of turns my tit a little bit because it's a bit sweet and heavy. I like it dry. I like it low carb, and I like it brown ale. It's quite heavy to me, but I do prefer my Polish fucking Euro lagers, right? But this is okay. It's fucking rates, and it is 8.6. So you can tell what it did to me in the past 30 minutes. Turned me to a sober guy. It totally fucking flatted out, fucked. So it did its job. 8.6 is heavy shit. Heavy fucking shit. Alright. And it doesn't really fail too much, it's failing a little, which an 8.6 Euro lager, pale Euro lager, a little bit is a lot, but it's still better than a cheapo 6% beer, like I used to drink when I was like a teenager and shit. And nothing against the law here. We can drink when we're 18. Okay. Yes. Yes. Oh, if you sent me off to war and didn't let me buy a beer, I'd fucking kill myself. That's fucked. Alright. Last sip was pretty good. I was gonna rate it like a little bit on the low side at first, but you can get used to this, and you will get used to this. I might pick this up a little more when I really want to get saucy, you know what I'm saying? So, one can is like fucking 3 cans of Bud Light. So, seriously, 8.6. What is Bud Light, like 2%? Alright. They won't allow you to buy this if you live in Utah. Don't live in Utah, right? That's the moral of the story, okay? As for a rate, that's a tough one. That's a tough beer to rate. That's why I've been nursing it and bitching your tit off. Okay? That's why. Because it's tough. Alright. I'm gonna eat it. I don't eat many beers. I only eat my meal. 8 out of 11. And I think that's pretty solid. If you're an alcoholic, this beer is a 37.5 out of 11. I'll put it that way, okay? For one beer to get you pissed is pretty good. So 8 out of 11, that's a solid. Don't get me wrong, that's a solid review. It's definitely like 5.5 is like, or 5.23 or whatever. That's like a halfway beer. Okay, 8 is pretty good. And I might have to give them. And I like to rate high. Seriously, I'm an optimist. I'm a glass half full kind of guy. It's a 20-minute review. This beer must be better than an 8. What do you think? What do you think, gang? I'm gonna 9 it. I'm gonna 9 it because to jack 8.6% into a pale lager is both enough, and to not use, I don't even know what kind of yeast they would have used to survive that kind of shit, but 9! Which means no in some places. Okay. 9 out of 11 for the Boris Bold. I suggest if you like drinking to try it. And drink the a.c.d.c beer. Just fucking, for those about to rock me salute you. House bells and have a drink on me. Alright, so we got a 9 out of 11, and I'm Beerzerker, and I'm fucking burning my fucking scalp on my fucking ball dome. Fuck it. You dog shit, fuck you. Good night.